Welcome to another video from the advist-Academy. My name is Max. I am an SAP consultant and trainer here, and I am excited to tell you something about training needs analysis today. Why do we need a TNA and why is it important? Firstly, a well-conducted training needs analysis prevents ineffective training. This means specifically, if we just randomly send employees to any training, it often makes sense, or rather, they do not fulfill their purpose. The next point, which is very, very important, is that it saves costs and time. Why is that? If you plan a training needs analysis thoroughly, it means that the content is precisely defined. So what should my employees actually learn? If, for example, you develop content that is completely unnecessary, you waste both time and money. On the other hand, if I enable the employees precisely in what they are supposed to learn or what they are supposed to do in their work, it saves time and money again. Because the onboarding time after an IT rollout has already been excellently conducted. As the next point, it increases productivity and accordingly satisfaction. There is nothing worse, I can say from personal experience, for employees when a new IT landscape is implemented and the employees are not trained. Many of them are afraid and say, I don't even know if I can still manage this. And therefore, if you train people excellently and conduct a TNA so well beforehand that these employees are excellently enabled, it increases enormously the satisfaction because it takes away the employee's fear. Another important point is the situation. The productivity. Why the productivity? Well, if the employees are excellently prepared for the new IT system, they find themselves at ease at go live. They navigate the systems much faster, and therefore do not need as long for the tasks. Or they even accomplish them faster than they did before the go live with the old software. Next, I would like to share a practical example of what happens when a TNA is not conducted. I was once with a large client, and no TNA was conducted there. I held classic SAP training sessions on the topic of goods receipt. After about an hour, I realized that most of the employees were electricians and had nothing to do with SAP at all. The entire training, or rather, the entire day, was almost wasted for the colleagues. Not only did the company waste time and money, but it also significantly unsettled the colleagues working in electricity, as they had nothing to do with it and felt like they would eventually have to perform it. An excellent example of how it works with the TNA. With the TNA, it is precisely defined which employees receive which training with what content. Accordingly, only employees attended the training who exactly needed what we discussed in the training or what we trained and taught there. These employees returned to the workplace and felt quite confident that when the go live happens, they can perform all the tasks as required or planned by the company. When the go live happened, the employees knew exactly what to do and performed their tasks excellently. These two examples specifically address what happens when there is no training needs analysis. That is, no analysis of the gap between what an employee can do and where they need to go, as well as what the training content is and which employee receives which training. Thank you for tuning in. I had a lot of fun again. If you want to know more about SAP or training needs analysis, just leave a comment with your questions. If you like, feel free to subscribe and activate the bell. I look forward to seeing you, your advist-Academy. See you then.